So do you also use IndiaMART to get more leads and inquiries for your business? Then this video is definitely for you. So hello all, welcome back to Pabbly Connect, and in this video we are going to understand how to add IndiaMART leads and inquiries to Salesforce for Dance Academy. So over here I'm running a Dance Academy and we use IndiaMART to get more leads for our academy. So now what I want is that as soon as we receive a new lead through IndiaMART, automatically with the help of these same lead details, a new lead should be created into my Salesforce account too. That is, I want to add the IndiaMART lead details into my Salesforce account, that too without any manual efforts, so that my sales team can follow up quickly and efficiently. So to do this, we are going to create a connection between IndiaMART and Salesforce. To create this connection without knowing any programming or coding language, we are going to use Pabbly Connect. It is an amazing automation software. So do you also want to create this automation for your business? Then for that you have to come with me towards my screen.
Welcome to my screen. So in this video, I'll show you how to connect IndiaMART with Salesforce to automatically add new leads or inquiries as Salesforce leads. So if you are running a dance academy, managing multiple inquiries manually can be overwhelming and might delay your follow-ups. So this automation ensures that every inquiry from IndiaMART is instantly recorded as a Salesforce lead, enabling you to respond quickly and efficiently. So let's get started and see how you can set up this step by step. So let's get started with a really simple example. So let's say that my name is Test Lead and I've entered my requirement details over here. And now after entering my inquiry details, I'm just going to click on next and we're just going to submit this. And as you can see that I've successfully submitted my inquiry. So now I'm just going to open my Salesforce account, and yes, you can see a new lead has been created named Test Lead. Alright, so this is the automation we are going to create in today's video. And if you also want to create this automation for your business, then for that you have to watch this video till the end. So to do this, I've simply opened the landing page of Pabbly by searching pabbly.com/connect in my browser. It is very easy, and as soon as we're going to open the landing page of Pabbly, we are going to get two options. One is sign in and the another one is sign up for free. So if you are a new user, you can click on this sign up for free and you are going to get 100 of stars free every month. But over here, I'm an existing user, so I'm just going to click on this sign in. And as soon as we are going to click on this sign in, it is opening all Pabbly apps. Over here you can see all the tools and applications offered by Pabbly. But in today's video, we are going to use Pabbly Connect because we are connecting different applications, which is IndiaMART and Salesforce, right? So I'm just going to click on this access now right over here to access my Pabbly Connect account. And as soon as we're going to click on this access now, it is opening my dashboard. And to start with this automation, we have to click on this blue button which says create workflow. And now it is asking me for the workflow name and the folder I want to save the workflow in. So here I want to save the workflow in this folder which is automations, and I want to name my workflow as how to add IndiaMART leads and inquiries to Salesforce for Dance Academy. IndiaMART to Salesforce, and then we are just going to click on this create. And as soon as we are going to click on this create, it is opening the most important window of our automation, which is our workflow window. So this is the most important window because we have triggered an action in this. So trigger and actions are the two main principles on which our workflow will work, where trigger means when this happens and action means do this. So by this you can understand that the actions are response towards the commands given by our trigger. So that's why we can have only a single trigger but multiple actions following the commands of our trigger in a particular workflow. Alright, so now what I want is I want to add IndiaMART leads and inquiries to my Salesforce account. So for my trigger application, we have to select it as IndiaMART. So I'm just going to search for IndiaMART right over here, and as you can see IndiaMART, so we are just going to select it. Alright, and now as soon as we're going to select the trigger application, it is asking me for the trigger trigger event. So basically, trigger event is the event on which the workflow will start. So here what I want is that as soon as a new lead is captured, my workflow should be triggered or started. And as soon as we're going to do the same, it is giving me a webhook URL, alright. And now we're going to use this same webhook URL in order to create a connection between our IndiaMART account and our Pabbly Connect's workflow. So what we have to do is, first we are just going to copy this webhook URL and then we have to follow this help text. It is saying, log into your IndiaMART account, navigate to the lead manager section in the left tab. Go to import export leads from the three dots and then click on I am leads push API. Alright, we are going to follow the same. I'm just going to open my IndiaMART account, and now from the left side of the bar we have to go towards the lead manager. And after coming over here towards the lead manager, we have to go towards this three dots which says menu, import export leads and then push API. And now as soon as we're going to come over here towards the push API integration, it is asking me to select the source and the CRM platform name. So as you can see that in the help text it has stated that choose other in the select source option and then enter Pabbly Connect in the CRM platform name. So we're going to follow the same. For the source I'm just going to select other, and then for the CRM platform name we're going to keep it as Pabbly Connect. And now it is asking for the webhook listener URL. So we have to just paste the URL which we copied from our workflow, which was our webhook URL. So we have to paste it right over here and then we have to click on this save details. And now it is asking me for the reason. Why do I wish to shift my IndiaMART leads to any another application? So over here I'm just going to select my reason as this. You can select any another reason of your choice, and then we have to click on this green button which says click to generate OTP. And now it is saying that it has successfully sent me an OTP. So I'm just going to enter the OTP and click on this submit. And as soon as we're going to do so, yes, you can see integration live. With this, we have successfully created a connection between our Pabbly Connect's workflow and our IndiaMART account. But now it is saying waiting for a webhook response. And in the notes it is saying do a test submission / record. So in order to capture this webhook response, we have to do a test submission or record. So what we have to do is, I'm just going to open my CRM push API once again, and over here you can see the button of test your webhook listener URL. So we have to click on this button, and once again we have to click on this test. And yes, you can see that it has given me a curl request header. So with this we have successfully completed our test submission. Alright, so now what has happened is that IndiaMART has sent the details of our test submission to our workflow. And yes, over here you can see that Pabbly has captured the response. You can see all the details. Over here you can see the status, the unique query ID, the sender state, pin code, phone number, name. Over here you can see the mobile number and the email too. Alright, but as you can see, the subject doesn't align with our services, right? It is saying requirement for empty mineral water bottle, but this doesn't align with my Dance Academy. So what happens is that I'm using a test IndiaMART account, so I receive a default response every time I do a test submission. Alright, but if you're using a live IndiaMART account, you're going to receive the response related to your product only. Alright, so yes, now upon receiving this response, with this we have successfully completed our trigger step. And now what will happen is that as soon as a new lead is generated from my IndiaMART account, automatically Pabbly is going to capture that lead details and trigger the workflow. Further, what I want is, I want to create a new lead in my Salesforce account with the same lead details received through IndiaMART account. So for my action application, we have to select it as Salesforce. So I'm just going to search for Salesforce right over here, and as you can see the same, so we're going to select it. And now it is asking me for the action event. So for the action event, we have to select it as create lead, right? So as you can see the same, so we're going to select it and click on this connect. And now it is asking me to add a new connection or select an existing connection. So if you have already connected your Salesforce account with your Pabbly Connect's workflow, you can click on this select existing connection and then save. But if you haven't, you have to follow me, click on add a new connection, and then we have to click on this blue button which says connect with Salesforce. And as soon as we're going to do so, over here you can see that Pabbly is asking me for some permissions. So what we're going to do is, I'm just going to click on this allow and give Pabbly all the permissions it is asking for, because my data is secure with Pabbly. You can also click on allow, Pabbly is safe. And as soon as we are going to click on this allow, yes, you can see authorization successful. With this, we have successfully connected our Salesforce account with our Pabbly Connect's workflow. And now it is asking me for some details like last name, first name, title, company and all right. So here we are going to enter all of these details. So for the last name, I'm just going to enter the lead's last name, but we are not going to enter it manually or by copy pasting it, but instead we are going to map it. So you must be wondering, what is mapping? So mapping is a method by Pabbly which means inserting the data from the previous step. And as you know, our previous step was the trigger step where we selected IndiaMART as our trigger application. So we are just going to map the details from the response of our trigger application only, and as soon as we're going to map these details, automatically my details will turn dynamic and change with every new response received. So let me explain you mapping with a really simple example. So it is asking for the last name, right? So let's say that I'm just going to enter the last name of my lead right away manually by typing it like this. Then this will not change with every new response received because we have entered it manually, alright? But let's say that we're going to map this name. So let's say that I'm just going to look for the lead name in the previous response, and as you can see, Prabhat. So let's say that we're going to map this from the previous response, then this will definitely change because my previous response will also change. So that's why we do mapping right over here to run our workflow in real time, alright? So you must be wondering that the Prabhat is the first name, not the last name, right? So as you can see, the last name is a required field, so that's why I've entered the same over here, alright? Because I've received a default response, so I haven't received the full name of my lead. But if you're using a live IndiaMART account, you're going to receive the first name and the last name both of your lead, so you can map it right over here, alright? I'm just going to map the last name and move on forward towards the company because I'm just going to enter the required details. If you wish, you can definitely enter the details which are not required to, alright? So I'm just going to enter the company right over here. For that, I'm just going to look for company in the previous response, and as you can see, ABC Private Limited, so we're going to map it. We're going to move on forward and we're going to map the phone number. So I'm just going to look for phone, and as you can see, the same, so we're going to map it. We're going to move on forward. We are going to go towards the lead source. Over here we are going to keep it as other. For the status, we are going to keep it as open not contacted. Let's say that for the rating, I'm going to keep it as warm. Alright, so now after entering the details which were required, I'm just going to move on forward and click on this save and send test request. And as soon as we're going to click on this save and send test request, yes, you can see that we have received a positive response, that we have successfully added our IndiaMART lead details into our Salesforce account. So I'm just going to open my Salesforce account and we're going to refresh this leads page, alright? And now we're going to go towards the recent items, and as you can see, Prabhat. So you have to open this Prabhat right from here, and yes, you can see the same phone number, you can see the same rating. Over here you can see the lead source, the status, the company right over here, and also the name. So yes, with this we have successfully created a new lead in our Salesforce account with the same details received from our IndiaMART account. So yes, with this we have successfully completed this workflow, and now what will happen is that as soon as a new lead is received through my IndiaMART account, automatically Pabbly is going to capture the response and trigger this workflow. Further, it is going to create a new lead in my Salesforce account too with the same details received from my IndiaMART, alright? And we don't have to come back and again to our workflow to click on this save and send test request. This workflow is going to run in backend and we can just sit back and relax. So yes, this was it for the video, and if you have any questions related to the video or the workflow, you can directly comment on this video. And for your reference, I'll just clone this workflow and share the workflow link in the description box so that you can access my workflow. I hope this video was helpful for you. Thank you for watching.
So not only these applications, but with the help of Pabbly Connect, you can integrate many more applications. So if you have any doubts, you can reach us at support@pabbly.com. If you have any queries, you can reach us at forum.pabbly.com. And if you have any pricing related issues, you can follow this website. And if you find our videos helpful, do like and subscribe our channel. Thank you for watching.